Hello, hackers. Today we're going to be looking at a very simple, beginner-friendly technique you can use to start detecting and isolating specific server types for your focused attacks. Application and service fingerprinting will always be a very important step in the recon process when we're doing bug bounties and penetration tests. But it's also a really great learning tool. So one example of that, we can go here to YouTube. We know there are great bug bounty videos on here, but if we look up IIS hacking, good chances are you're going to run into this here. There's 3 videos out right now, I believe. These are made by Shubs, who started Acid Note. Great recon company. If you need visibility into your network, your domain, your assets, reach out to them. Get a demo, see if they can help your company out. But they're really making big moves in the bug bounty space. So Shubs specifically released this 2-part mini-series. There's a 3rd video here that was part of NahamCon, the security con last year. But if we look here, they're specifically related to IIS. He's going to get you started on your IIS hacking journey. So now, this got me thinking, right? This is great fingerprinting and service detection practice. How do we find a company's entire list of IIS servers? If we're just starting out and we just want to learn, we want to watch these videos, take notes, download a couple of the tools he recommends, and we want to start attacking IIS servers. Let's go into that now. Okay, so just looking around the bug bounty scene, I noticed the U.S. Postal Service just started a program recently. Let's go take a look here. HackerOne USPS. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm pulling it up now, but I'm going to go ahead and just try them out. Just try this method on them. You'll see how easy this is. Let me look for the correct page here. I believe they just started a campaign recently. So here we go. All right, so by signing up as a researcher, you get permission to hack on their program. Now, if we go down, they have a pretty large scope. And we see they have their main domain under scope. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to be using 2 tools today by one of my favorite companies out there, Project Discovery. So let's go to GitHub, Project Discovery. We're going to want SubFinder. Right here, this can be a subdomain enumeration tool. Then we're going to want HTTPX. You are going to need Go installed to run these. Go ahead, set up Go, run through the install procedure for these. I may make a separate video with the setup install steps for both of these. But go ahead, get them set up. I have them set up here already. So we have SubFinder and we have HTTPX. Okay, let me switch screens here. So SubFinder is going to find all the subdomains for you. And then we're going to use HTTPX to both discover what servers are actually online and responding. And then we're also going to use its fingerprinting capabilities to tell us what type of server is running in the back end. So I'm inside my bug bounty folder. I'm going to move over to my USPS folder. There's nothing in here now. And let's go ahead and get started here. Subfinder-D USPS.com. Super simple. You will have to go and set up your third-party API keys in the config, but do that. I promise you'll get so many more results once you've set those up. So really simple, subfinder-D USPS.com. That's going to get us all the domains it finds, subdomains it finds for USPS. Let's go ahead and add a -O and save them to, I just like to call this domains.txt. Let's just save every domain to a text file. Okay, so now we have a domains.txt file. Very simple. That's step 1. Let's cat that file and you'll see it's just the subdomains for USPS. So now what we're going to do is let's cat the domains into HTTPX with only the output command for now, the output switch, and let's just save this to live.txt. We just want to know what domains are actually online and responding that we can visit and browse. So let's go ahead and do that. And you can see it's going to prepend the protocol, HTTP or HTTPS, whichever it responds on. If it's live with the 200 response code, we're going to get it here. So we know these are up and running. Okay, so it's finally done. Now we have a live.txt file. As you can imagine, US Postal Service has an absolutely massive scope, so that definitely took a while. So now if we cat live.txt, you can see we have our live subdomains. We're one step closer here. We have one tool left to filter this through. It's actually going to go back through HTTPX again. But this time, let's go ahead and do web server. So this is going to fingerprint and try to detect what backend service is actually running on each of these, and it'll append it right at the end here. Very simple. We'll see here. So I'm going to do -O to save this again, and I'm going to save it as, we'll call it servers.txt. So you can see here, see Red Hat Enterprise Linux, IIS. So again, it's going to be a while. We're going to let this run. Okay, so that's finished now. Now what we're going to do, we're going to cat that servers.txt file and take a look, see what we have. What we see is that we've now combined two of the recon steps. So now we have both what's online and live right now. We know that. But we also have the backend fingerprinted, identified on some of these. And it's just appended here to the end of the URL string. So now what we can do with this list, let's say we were to watch the two Shubs IIS hacking videos and we want to isolate IIS servers, we can cat servers.txt and grep IIS. Case sensitive, we're going to do capitals here. We get all the IIS servers back. Now let's say we want to filter further, we can grep this for specific versions. Let's say we want to attack 8.5. Let's go ahead and do that. Now for the next part, what we're going to do is we're going to cat our bash rc file. So we're going to go to our home. We're going to do .bash rc. This is our preference file. And if we go to the very bottom here, this is all we need here. Okay, so go ahead and add this to the very last line. I'm trying to make sure I don't leak anything here. Make sure you add this to the very last line of your bash rc file. Once you've added that, you're going to be left with this command, this alias, setcom, that's going to strip off everything after the .com in a list of URLs. That's very convenient. What we can do here is go back to the servers.txt file. Let's do cat servers.txt. We're going to grep for IIS, and we're going to grep for 8.5, right? That gets us our 8.5 servers. Now we're just going to run that command at the end of this, setcom. It's a shortcut, and it's just going to strip the appended part out of it. So now we know these are our IIS 8.5 servers. We can copy them to our clipboard. Now I'm going to use this last part. I'm going to use a Firefox extension. So we've already watched. So we're going to Firefox. We've already watched the training videos. Now we're ready to start hacking IIS. I'm going to use an extension, a Firefox extension named Tab List. Here's the icon, Tab, T-A-B, List. And for some reason, my recording software will not pick up context menus, so you can't see anything here. But all it's doing is just simply opening up just a little blank white box. I'm going to paste that list of subdomains, and I'm going to hit open, and it's just going to open them all in individual tabs. At this point, before I open these tabs, I like to have Burp Suite running so I can have a live capture going while I open these. It just kind of expedites the bug bounty process, right? So Yeah, I would recommend you start Burp Suite and get it connected to your browser and listening, get that proxy going before you open the tab so you can capture them all. Once they're open in tab list, I will simply control page up or page down and just start going through them. Just start taking a look. So we know these are all IIS backends. And we can prove that by taking one of these and just giving it some kind of error to see if we can further expose that backend, right? So let's make sure this goes to another subdomain. That won't do us any good, pe.usps. Let's say we go here. Let's make up a non-existent URL here. Let's go to just secret or whatever. Okay, so that's not good enough. Let's give it path equals, let's give it %00. We're trying to break it. You don't have permission. So we got caught by the WAF. That's not what we want. We want to expose the IIS backend just to kind of make sure that it's there. What if we do okay, so I just gave it a random parameter here. I'm just trying to break it. Just okay, so what I did here, if we look in the URL, we see /business/index. I just gave it a random parameter and test equals test and test equals test. Just a random parameter, and we get the IIS backend to respond to us. So now we have absolute proof that this is IIS. And we can go down the line here doing that too, just kind of breaking them. We don't want the WAF to respond, but we can break these requests and make sure that this is IIS. So we're just going to do and test equals test. We're just going to give it a REST parameter that doesn't understand. And we get IIS backend to respond to us. So that's how we know we're on the right path here. This one, this is just the IIS format. We know this is IIS just based on the banner we get here. Another one, and test equals test. Okay, so this one isn't working, and we're stuck in this redirect loop. There may be something else there, a load balancer or WAF. There's something there. We can keep going. This is IIS because of the banner. So as you can see here, it's accurate. This works. So go ahead and try it out. And yeah, this is a very beginner-friendly, easy way to isolate the exact target you're looking for. Now, hold on, let me go ahead. Let's go back to Kali, and we'll just try another one here. It's cat servers.txt. What else might they have on here? Let's grep for, let's say, Nginx. There's a few of them. We could do more. Let's do Apache, maybe. Capital A, it is case sensitive. Okay, so we have quite a bit of Apache servers. That might be a good one. So once we have them there, let's do sed com, clean that up, take this, copy, go to Firefox, throw them into tab list, paste, and open. Okay, and here we go. We have a bunch of Nginx servers. So we're ready to try out CVEs. We're ready to try out exploits. Here, we straight up see the Apache signature right at the bottom, so we know we're on the right track. And yeah, this is a very easy, simple way to start fingerprinting services. So you know exactly what it is you're hacking on. And so you can go find guides to help you do more focused attacks. Bug bounty is about knowing as many details about your target as you possibly can. It's not about guessing. We don't poke around and guess all day. You'll never find anything. So make sure you're running these steps and you know exactly what you're hacking on, so you can start to see the patterns and detect behaviors that are just shared across these frameworks. All right, so thanks for stopping by the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope this helps you in your bug bounty and hacking journey. And let me know if you end up using these methods down in the comments. And let me know if there are any other methods, techniques, or tools you want me to review, and I'll make a video on them. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel, guys. I appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks.